All right, guys, we gotta talk. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? What is good? What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying your day. So, we must start off by saying congratulations to Jalen Hurts for getting his massive 5-year extension worth $255 million. That's $51 million a year. That makes him the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Well deserved. So a 5-year deal worth $255 million, 110 of that fully guaranteed at signing, and 176 of that in total guarantees. Actually, no, it's about 180 because there's a bunch of incentives in it, which of course you expect that in a contract. So it actually goes up to about 180, maybe 179, 180. Either way, he got the bag. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to his agent, Nicole Lynn. Congratulations to his whole camp because they got this deal done. And the best part of this deal, he got a no trade clause. Well done to them. No matter what happens, they cannot trade this dude. Now, obviously, we don't expect Jalen Hurts to suffer any major injury or just fall off a cliff, but that no trade clause is an amazing thing to happen. No matter what happens, they cannot trade you. So that's the biggest W of this contract. Congratulations to him and his camp. Well done all around to him. So, with Jalen Hurts getting his money, what does that mean for the other guys? What are the other guys? Well, of course, we're talking about, obviously, Joe Burrow, who is set to get a deal. And it seems like, Cincinnati's at some point going to talk about that. Obviously, Justin Herbert, who we've heard some, rumblings about, he's set to get a deal, and it looks like the Chargers are looking to get that going. And, of course, the guy we've been talking about, for him to get a contract for about 2 years now, Lamar Jackson. So let's focus on Lamar because we know the other two are most likely going to get their deals done. I don't expect any issues there. We got to focus on the guy that this affects directly, Lamar Jackson. So if you take a look at Jalen Hurts' deal, he doesn't get the money Deshaun Watson got. Doesn't even really come close to that in terms of guaranteed money. He got $110 million guaranteed at signing and about $180 in total guarantees. That's not the $230 that Deshaun Watson got. So this brings up an interesting conversation. What happens with Lamar Jackson? Now, this was discussed throughout today because this was brought up in regards to the deal that Lamar was offered sometime last year. What was it, about September? The 5-year deal he was offered. It was about a 5-year deal worth $250. He was actually offered $133 million fully guaranteed at signing, and he was offered $200 million in total guarantees. It drops down to $175 if he was to suffer an injury. That was the injury clause on his on the contract they were going to offer him. So it was $175 for that injury clause, but without the injury, it's $200 million in total guarantees. So $133 fully guaranteed at signing, $200 million in total guarantees, and that was a 5-year deal worth $250. So that was what we were hearing when it came to Lamar. We also heard about the 3-year deal that was $133 million in terms of just being a fully guaranteed deal that Lamar kind of threw out. So there's been multiple reportings about the deals that the Ravens have, but that 5-year deal was the one we discussed, and many other sports platforms and obviously many other shows have discussed and talked about. So the 5-year deal worth $250 for Lamar. The $133 million guaranteed at signing, the $200 million in total guarantees. That was the offer that we heard he reportedly declined from the Ravens. At the time, it looked like it was possible for Lamar to get more. Him declining that, which again, honestly, is not a bad offer, but he wanted more in guarantees, especially at the signing, because once you get that guarantee at the signings is definitely the money he wanted to be the largest, because that one's fully guaranteed no matter what happens. When it comes to total guarantees, there's a bunch of incentives and clauses that come in there, so you're not fully, it's not 100% that you earn that money. So the $200 million isn't 100%, but the $133 million of that was. And it seems like Lamar wanted more than that, so he didn't want that deal. He wanted something higher than that. But with that deal, that would have made him at the time would have made him the highest or the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL at about $50 million a year. He declined that one. And at the time, it looked like, hey, he might be able to get more. But we did discuss this prior to this Jalen Hurts deal. We did mention that Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert were all up for a contract extension. The deals that they get could dictate what Lamar should be able to get and how this whole situation is going to go. Because the Ravens and Lamar Jackson have been playing the game of chicken. The Ravens gave him an offer. He didn't want it. They said, okay, let's sit back and wait. We'll see what happens when those other quarterbacks get their deal. If it's closer to what Deshaun Watson got, the Ravens were going to have to cave in and give Lamar Jackson that money. If it was not close, then Lamar Jackson is probably going to have to back off on the money he wants. Well, we got to see the deal. He didn't come close to 230. He did not come close to 230. 133 million fully guaranteed, 179, nearly 180 in total guarantees. That's not 230. So, what happens with Lamar Jackson? Jalen Hurts got his deal, and it's not close to the money that we've reportedly heard you want. So where does he go from here? Does he wait out and see what happens with Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert? I don't know. It seems like the Deshaun Watson deal, like many of us speculated, is just an outlier because Cleveland was stupid enough to give him that type of money. Jalen Hurts, by getting this deal, technically resets the market. And Lamar Jackson will have to sit back and assess that maybe the deal the Ravens gave you wasn't so bad. Now, he could sit back and wait. Maybe Joe Burrow gets more than Jalen Hurts. Maybe that ends up being the case, which at least gives him a chance to get something higher. Hell, maybe Justin Herbert gets more than both of them. Who knows? But once those deals get done, if they're not anywhere close to what Deshaun Watson got, Lamar is going to have to accept that he's not going to get that type of money. And he's going to have to either compromise or stay the path and see if it's possible for him to get that type of deal. I just don't know. But Jalen Hurts getting this type of deal, it helps Lamar in terms of trying to get close to that number, but it also hurts him because the market's being reset. So you getting that right off the bat is not going to happen. Unless you see Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert get that, you're not getting that 230 fully guaranteed. And it doesn't look like any of those other quarterbacks are going to get it. You might get higher than what the Ravens were offering. I don't know. But I just don't see how Lamar is going to get that type of deal. If he's looking for 200 plus million fully guaranteed, I do not see how that's going to happen because Jalen Hurts didn't come anywhere close to that. And that's a quarterback that helped lead his team to Super Bowl, and they almost won that game. If Joe Burrow gets a contract similar to Jalen Hurts, and Justin Herbert also gets that contract similar to Justin Hurts as well, then what does Lamar do in this situation? Especially with Burrow, because Burrow's another quarterback that took his team to the Super Bowl. So if Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts have similar contracts with similar fully guaranteed deals and similar total guaranteed deals, then what does Lamar do? Because those are two quarterbacks that helped lead their team to the Super Bowl, and they almost won the Super Bowl. Yeah, Lamar's got an MVP, that's great, but you got quarterbacks that got to the dance and almost won the championship, and they're not getting the money Deshaun Watson got, who, by the way, hasn't gotten past the division round either. He has one playoff win. We don't bring this up. Deshaun Watson has one playoff win, and he has $230 million guaranteed because the Browns are just stupid. Meanwhile, Jalen Hurts, a quarterback that helped take his team to the Super Bowl and almost won the championship, doesn't come anywhere close to that. If Joe Burrow gets that same deal, I don't see any leverage for Lamar Jackson to try to get that type of money that Deshaun Watson got. That MVP is not going to be enough to get you there, buddy. I'm sorry. It's just not going to be enough. It's just not going to be enough because if two quarterbacks that took their team to the Super Bowl and almost won the championship doesn't get close to that deal, then, bro, that's just an outlier. You got to go with what the market is set. And at that point, the advantage really goes to the Ravens. The good news is you'll get as close to that as possible because I think that helps your value up, but you're not going to get to that aspect of the 230 fully guaranteed. So, we'll just have to wait and see. Lamar could look at this deal and say, all right, let me see what Burrow gets, let me see what Herbert gets, and I'll make my decision. Or he can look at this and say, hey, you know what? The deal that I got from them last year, I'm going to take it. The 133 fully guaranteed, I could take it. I don't know. I'm not a part of Lamar's camp. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't even know if he's reacted to this or not. I don't even know. So we'll just have to wait and see. But this situation is very interesting. Again, once Jalen Hurts getting that deal, changes everything. Once again, congratulations to him. It resets the market. First of all, it resets the market, and it kind of gives the advantage to the Ravens here. It actually takes away some leverage from Lamar Jackson. So I don't know what he's going to do here. And again, if you take a look at the deal that the Ravens offered him, considering what Jalen Hurts got, you look back at that and you got to say, yeah, that's a fair deal for Lamar Jackson. That's a fair deal for Lamar Jackson. I mean, you got more guaranteed money than him, and in total guarantees, you're going to get more than him. Well, I mean, if the injury situation happens, then yeah, you won't. But, like, there's clauses in there, but still, in terms of total guarantees, it's 200. Fully guaranteed is 133. Both of those are higher than what Jalen Hurts got. Maybe, the Ravens could add a couple million because he got 255. Maybe 260. Maybe that fully guarantee goes up to maybe 140. Maybe the total guarantee goes up. I don't know. I'm just saying the Ravens could always try to renegotiate this whole situation and see if they can add more fully guaranteed money to get this done. But I don't see Lamar Jackson getting to that 230 if that's what he wants. Now, I'm not saying he wants a fully guaranteed deal, but it looks like he wants the fully guaranteed deal, the fully guaranteed money to be at least 230. The total money doesn't have to be 230, but the fully guaranteed has to be closer to that. And I just don't know if it's going to get to that. We don't really know his true number. We're not fully sure. All we've heard is reports, but we'll just have to wait and see how this situation goes. Based on what we got from Jalen Hurts, if Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert get something similar, Lamar, you're just going to have to go back to the Ravens and take the deal they gave you, or see if you can get a couple extra million in fully guarantees and get that number a little bit higher. But to think you're going to be able to get the Deshaun Watson deal, that's just not going to happen, man. It's just not. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about here. We'll see how the situation goes. One more time, congratulations to Jalen Hurts and his camp for getting this deal done, especially having that no trade clause, because that is crucial in your contract. So way to go to him and his camp. Congrats to him. And as for Lamar and his contract situation, we'll have to wait and see. I just don't know how things are going to go. We're going to have to wait and see. With that being said, that is all I've got, and I'm out of here. Peace.